In our final film tonight, we're off to the home of cricket, Lords. Yesterday, it played host to the final of the National Village Cup, featuring a team from the tiny South Gloucestershire village of Rockhampton.
I say I don't like cricket. Oh no, I love it.
It's been a great year for English cricket, with victory over Australia to keep the Ashes for the third time in a row. But the England first 11 are not the only ones enjoying success. Meet the Rockhampton Rams, gearing up for the biggest match of their lives, the Village Cup final at Lords.
Previously, the furthest the club's got is to the last 64, so we're deep into uncharted territory now, really.
In April, 315 village teams entered a knockout competition, and now there are just 2 left. In this usually quiet Gloucestershire village, excitement is mounting as the locals get behind their boys.
The road to Lords. Yeah. Well. It takes some believing, doesn't it?
As he prepares for the Rams' penultimate training session, team captain James Williams suddenly has a lot more to think about than his job as a compliance officer.
It's, yeah, something that unfortunately occupies the hours between 9 and 5. Cricket's a bit of a welcome distraction, to be honest.
And his role as captain is a distraction James feels pretty fortunate to have.
The usual chap that captains on a Saturday decided that he'd prefer not to have the job on a Sunday as well for the cup games. So I sort of got there by default. He's been nice enough to let me keep the job for Lords. So.
With less than 10 days to go, the pressure is on. And James and coach Dave are making sure the final 11 are working to their strengths.
It's not long to the final now, is it? It's been a long road.
It has indeed.
Really, it's been fantastic. Obviously, we want to win this game, don't we?
Absolutely.
We don't want to just turn up there. So all we want to do is replicate what you've been doing.
Right. So tonight's just basically going to be a bit of a run through.
Yep.
Getting anyone airing out cobwebs, that kind of thing.
So we try and get up to match intensity when we're batting, getting the heart rate up.
Despite preparing to step onto the biggest stage in cricket, neither the team nor their captain are showing any sign of nerves.
It sounds pretty bad, but I don't really have too many major concerns. Obviously, I think the occasion itself, playing at Lords, hopefully won't get into the heads of people too much. Once they get down there, it'll just be another game of cricket once you're on the pitch.
It's no accident that the Rockhampton team is playing so well. Club chairman John Hoare explains how for 25 years the club has been developing its youth team, a policy that's now paying dividends.
Just a small village side. 25 years ago, Michael Tyler started up a youth section, and as the youth section grew and as the players have matured, we've gradually gone up through the leagues, and well, you know the rest. This year we've had one hell of a run in the village knockout.
Of the 14 team members in the final, 11 are local boys who've been playing for the Rams from a young age.
There are 2 Tylers here, there's my son in there. There's a whole gamut of them across the pictures here. So, you know, it's quite amazing how many of them have actually come through our youth setup, and just shows you how important it is for us to maintain that youth setup for the future. The 2 sets of brothers both came through our youth setup. The Cartledges, 1 wicket keeper and 1 fast bowler, and the 2 Tylers, both very good batsmen. We're hoping they're going to do their stuff at Lords.
But even with such a strong team, James is aware of the level of expectation.
The club's playing at the highest level it ever has now. It's a national competition. Effectively, if you win it, you're recognised as, that year, the best team in the country. With any luck, we'll be able to do everyone in the village proud and make sure we add another bit of silverware to the collection come the 8th.
For John, there's still a lot to prepare for the big day.
Oh, morning.
John. Morning, John.
How are you both?
Good, thank you, Nick.
Yeah, pretty good. We're getting closer to Lords now.
I know.
At the local sports shop, staff have taken on the task of organising coaches to get the club's legion of fans to the final.
Charlie, you've been taking orders for the buses, etc. what are we up to? About 5 coaches now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing the amount of people I've had in. I haven't really expected that many, but we've got about 230, I think, so far. So it's about 5 pushing on 6 coaches now.
As well as selling coach tickets, Charlie Terrell and his mother Juliet, who owns the shop, have their hands full keeping up with new demand for kit, for the team and for their fans.
So this is the one that we're going to take on to the coaches and what have you? I can see you've been busy, Juliet.
I've been very busy, yes.
Yeah.
More to do. That will go on the back.
Ah, I see. The road to Lords.
Yeah.
Well. It takes some believing, doesn't it?
Seems such a long time.
For Charlie, who plays regularly for the team, the final this Sunday is a bittersweet achievement.
Charles is a spinner, and we have a number of spinners. It's quite a competitive position to be in, and I'm afraid we can only play 1 or 2 spinners. And I'm afraid you've drawn the short straw, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, of course, everyone in the club wanted to be on that pitch, I think, in that 11, but obviously only 11 people can play in the match, so I'm just happy that the club is there and I'll be part of it as well. And I'll just be wishing the lads on well from the balcony in the pavilion.
It's Saturday morning and the Rams are on their way to London for Sunday's final.
Boys, you all ready to go and win at Lords? How much do you rate Cleater? Too much.
They're in high spirits and it would seem full voice.
You're a ram, my son. Now go fetch your father's gun.
As they arrive at the home of cricket the next morning, the grandeur of the occasion hits home.
Yeah, it feels pretty surreal to be here, to be honest. It's obviously a special place and it's all starting to get very real.
There's some pre-match ceremony to go through. Then Rockhampton are sent out to bat by Cumbrian opponents Cleater after losing the toss.
To say it's been a memorable day is a bit of an understatement. As you can see, the number of people we've got here following Rockhampton is just beyond our wildest dreams, and you can see the enthusiasm, you can probably hear it.
The batting starts well with Matt Tyler and Captain James both reaching 50 quickly. But after James is dismissed for 57, the innings ends on a slightly lower total than hoped at 192 for 7. Then, as they go out to field, the Rockhampton fans really get behind their bowlers. Wickets are falling fast, and it looks like Rockhampton might clinch it, with the Cumbrians down to their last man.
I mean, we could have done with another 20-odd runs, but it's going to be a tight game, and it's going to be a good game, and it's going to keep everybody on the edge of their seats right to the end, I would think.
With just 8 balls to go, Cleater reach 193, and it's all over. A nail-bitingly close final, but a heartbreaking result for Rockhampton.
That's cricket for you. We gave it a really good go. Very disappointing, but obviously quite a day.
Thanks for getting us here, mate. Cheers.
We thought we were pretty close at 20-25 overs to going home and winning it. At the moment, the lads are just gutted. It'll take a while to sink in. Be painful for a few days, a few weeks yet. But unfortunately, on the day, we were second best.
Even without the win, it's been an amazing achievement for the Rams and their fans. A day to remember for years to come.